Hello to all of you, my CBA friends. My name is Laure Leclercq and I'm running for Vice President of the CBA. As you know, the Rethink initiative concluded for the need of a revised system of election of the board of our association, and we are going through this new electoral process for the first time. So it's a work in progress. All candidates have been invited to state their declaration of intent, and these have now been posted on the VP election page of the CBA website. I invite you to have a look at mine to see whether I can convince you to vote for me. However, I thought it would be more pleasant for you to have your candidate spend a few minutes with you to elaborate a little bit on several elements of that statement. So here I am. First, about my relevant experience, that I described as a three-pronged experience. My first training is as an engineer in physics engineering with a master in computer science in engineering. It was a class in patent law at Polytechnique of Montreal that partly decided for my career. The interest for technology has always allowed me and followed me up to this day. I worked 2 years as an engineer and then started at law school and MBA at McGill, where I became serious about learning English. This is a work in progress too, as you can note. At my first law firm, I was practicing in commercial law, banking and mergers and acquisition. But the interest for intellectual property was there and has followed me during all these years. I was very lucky that this interest for this field of practice has exploded, and that at one point I have decided to focus exclusively in that field of practice. Acting for the benefit of my diverse client, whether it be inventors, university, manager or of trademark portfolios, or authors or artists, and to see to their best interest is really what keeps me going. After 13 years of practice, I left the practice for 3 years to join one of my clients, a software development corporation involved in energy, simulation, and education. So that starts my second aspect of my training. As a co-owner, my task evolved from legal and corporate planning to VP Finance and Exec Vice President. The company grew to 300 employees present in Canada, US, France, and UK. I ultimately returned to legal practice to focus exclusively on intellectual property and information technology within my law firm where I'm standing right now, De Grandpré Chait. I've also been sitting for several years as a member of the board and ultimately president of the board of a public corporation called Rock Test Limited, whose stock has been trading on the Toronto Stock Exchange. They are active in equipment in mining industry. So that was the second aspect of my training. And the third aspect, which is for me, and in this present circumstance, the most important one, is my experience with non-profit organization. I think there's, of course, a huge similarity before sitting on the board of a for-profit organization, but there is a difference with non-profit organization in that the emphasis is often on the service to members and to society. And on this aspect, CBA, of course, has seriously entered my life. Please have a look at my resume on the website where there is a description of my CBA's involvement. So thank you very much for having watched this video capsule, and thank you for considering my candidacy for VP of CBA. Thank you.